How's it going, guys? Hungry Rider back again. Today's video I'll be talking to you about the theory and the CBT. So let's get to it. Okay, so your CBT. The first thing that you'll need for your CBT is your provisional license, which is like a little green card. When you come to booking your CBT, they'll ask you some personal questions, so like your date of birth, who you are, obviously how old you are and all that type of thing. Then they'll also ask you for the driving number, which is on your provisional license. When you book the CBT, they'll give you a date, and obviously on that day you go. For all you guys that don't know what CBT means, it stands for compulsory basic training. A lot of people getting confused with a test. It's not a test, it's just training. All it is up to 8 hours in one day where you learn how to ride either a moped or a geared 125 motorbike. When you're at the age of 16, you learn how to ride a moped. When you're at the age of 17 and above, you learn how to ride a 125 gear bike. Simple as that. I would advise you to, when you go for your CBT, I would advise you to buy all your gear beforehand, because they do not supply you, what is this idiot doing? They do not supply you with the gear that you need. So they don't supply you with boots, they don't supply you with your jacket, your trousers, your gloves or your helmet. So make sure before you go, you buy all of the gear to be protected. So yeah, that's what you'll need. So when you book your CBT, you'll need your provisional license at hand. You'll also need your bank card that you can take a deposit over the phone. And also you need the gear as well before you go. When you get there, depending on what age you are, they will get either a moped out for you, which is a 50cc and no more. When you're at the age of 17 and above, you get a 125 gear bike, and that's what you learn on. Even before you get onto the bike itself, they will ask you questions about some health and safety type things to do with the bike and your gear as well. So why it's not a good idea to borrow somebody else's helmet, why it's not a good idea to ride with a strap visor, and all that type of thing. They will also ask you questions about the bike itself, so how do you check for oil, the water, the brake fluid and all that type of thing, your tread depth and your tyres and all that type of stuff. They'll ask you all of that. That's before you get on the bike. When you get either on the moped or the 125 gear bike, with a 50cc scooter, they'll talk you through the brakes and your electric, so that's your engine cut-off switch, your electric start button, your indicator, your lights, all that type of thing. If you're on a 125 geared bike, they'll talk to you about the same things for your brakes, your electric, so your cut-off switch again, your lights, your indicators, and your electric start button. If the bike is old, what they use, it may have a kickstart. So it might have both, it might have an electrical start, and it may also have a kickstart. So they might talk you through that as well. If it's a geared bike, they'll talk to you about where your gear lever is, and they'll also talk to you where your clutch is, and they'll talk to you about how the gears work. So, for instance, one click down, if you're in neutral already, one click down first gear, and then the rest of the gears are up, so it's click up to second and third, fourth and fifth, and maybe sixth depending on. Now sometimes 125 is going to have 6 gears, but most of them only have 5 of them aware of anyway. So they'll talk to you about that, they'll talk to you about your gears, they'll also talk to you about your steering and all that type of thing, how you should control your steering. Once you've done all that, they'll then get you onto your bike, and they'll start doing the basic manoeuvres. So for instance, they'll set out some cones for you, and you'll go through basic manoeuvres. So for instance, slow rise, control stops, turning in circles, so it gets you used to actually doing your controlling your steering. They'll get you changing gears from first to second. They'll also get you doing your emergency stops, U-turns as well. They'll also set up some cones for you to get you used to pulling out of junctions and stuff like that. So but they cover all that. They'll also talk to you about a rule, and it's called OSM. Now if you don't know what OSM means, it stands for Observe, Signal and Manoeuvre. Observing, the first stage is observing. So observing means checking your mirrors, so checking everything behind you, checking what's in front of you. And then your second stage is your signal. So obviously you've got your left and right indicators, so depending on where you're going, you've got your left and your right signals. Before you do the manoeuvre, which is the next stage, you must also do something what bikers call left or right shoulder checks. Now what that means is that basically mirrors have blind spots, and what blind spots are parts of the mirror that it doesn't cover on the road, and this is the reason as to why you do your blind spots. So when your blind spots, sorry, your shoulder check, sorry, not your blind spot. That's what you're checking for when you do your shoulder checks. You're checking your blind spots to make sure nobody's there. So you're checking for cyclists, you're checking for motorcyclists, and you're also checking for overtaking vehicles. That's if you're moving. Now for instance, a left and right shoulder check is basically this. So left hand side, right side, that's all it is, that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing is checking your blind spots. When you so that's when you want to move, so like I am now, when you get to a set of traffic lights, so for instance if you're at red, you have to stop for a longer period of time. So for instance, you can say like you have to stop for about 5 or 10 seconds, like I am now. So I'm now indicating left shoulder check to make sure no one's there, bang it at first, and then because I'm having to stop, when you come to lights, left and right shoulder check, and then off you go again. When you come to a set of traffic lights on red, and if you have to stop for 5 or 10 seconds for instance, when you're on your CBT, they'll tell you to do your left and right shoulder check. Now, when you're on the move, you're checking for cyclists, motorcyclists, pedestrians crossing the road if you're heading to a junction and overtaking a vehicle. When you're at a red light or a stop light, whatever you want to call it, you're checking for the same thing. So your pedestrians crossing the road in front of you, behind you, you're checking for cyclists, you're checking for motorcyclists, and you're checking for cars, because some people who drive cars and even cyclists can be sneaky little monsters as well. So be careful. They'll teach you all that, and then once you've done all your manoeuvres, you will then basically go on to the second bit. It's basically split into 2 parts in a way. Your second bit is out basically putting all that into good practice on the road. But like I say, it's not a test, all it is training. So what you did in the first part of your CBT, you will then go on to doing in your second part of your CBT, which is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depends on how much time you've got left It just basically put all that into good practice and get you used to your steering, get you used to changing gears and all that type of thing. They'll also take you on like a little quiet road to practice your U-turns, and obviously pulling into junctions and stuff like that. And they'll also go through your shoulder checks once again when you do go on to practicing your U-turns and stuff. So that's basically it for your actual CBT, and that's about as far as it goes. They'll take you back to where you started doing your first bit of your CBT, and they'll give you a certificate to say that you've successfully done your CBT. With that certificate, it then allows you to ride on the road for 2 years without having to do any tests. So that includes your theory test. Once you've got your certificate, you can then, if you're at the age of 16, like I say, you can't ride anything more than 50cc scooter. If you're at the age of 17 and above, you can ride a 125 gear motorbike. That lasts for 2 years. So if you don't pass your theory and your practical within that 2 years, you then have to go back and retake your CBT again. And then you have to do all of what I've just said basically all over again, and that's how it works. When you actually get your motorbike or your scooter, whichever you get, depending on what age you are, make sure that you ride with L plates on the front and the back of your bike. Andrew Rider 2017, that's the YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. So that's the CBT covered. Second bit, your second bit is your theory. Theory is split into 2 parts. Again, same with your CBT basically. It's split into 2 parts. With your theory, you have multiple choice questions, which is your theory part, and then you also have your hazard perception. Now, your multiple choice questions, I believe that there's 50 questions, and you have to answer 43 out of 50 to pass. I think either 43 or 44, I think, to pass your test. And it'll basically go on about asking questions such as road signs and all that type of thing, speed limits, and what you do in certain situations, and what would you do if you arrived at a scene of an accident, all that type of thing. And that's what that basically covers. You've got, I think, per question that you get, you've got like 4 answers. 4 answers that you can choose from. Sometimes you have to choose multiple answers, so sometimes there won't just be one answer for one question, so there could be like 2 or 3 answers for one question. So that's that. But like I said, there's 50 questions. I think you have to answer 43 out of 50 successfully to pass that multiple choice. Once you've done that, you then go on to your hazard perception, which is basically either 14 or 15 clips, I believe, and they last about a minute each. And how the hazard perception works is it's like a point scoring system. I think you can get up to 75 points in your hazard perception per clip. Well, actually no, I won't get to that yet. In one of the 15 clips there will be 2 hazards, so you've got to be careful of that. the way that it works is when you start to see the hazard, it will start counting down from 5, and it goes 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then obviously 0 if you miss it. If you click too many times, it will disqualify you from that clip. It doesn't disqualify you from the whole of the test. It just disqualifies you from that one clip, and then it'll go on to the next one. Like I said a second ago though, there is I think it's either 1 or 2 clips where there's 2 hazards, which obviously with having one hazard in one clip, that counts for 5 points, or up to 5 points. In either 1 or the 2 clips, you've got 2 hazards. So you've got 5 points on one hazard, and then obviously on the second hazard you've got another 5 points. So that counts for 10 points. So if you miss them 2 clips or miss one of them hazards, you are losing, you know, up to 20 points. So be aware of that, and just be really careful that you don't miss them hazards in the clips. The thing with that one is you don't know when them clips are going to happen. They are randomly generated. It's not like set on the 3rd clip. It could be like the 4th or 5th clip that there could be 2 hazards in one clip. Also with the hazard perception, it is now all CGI. It's all computer graphic image. So it does kind of make it a little bit easier, because there's a lot more things on the test now that makes it a lot more predictable when something's going to happen. So for instance, I had a clip and it'll basically like a country road where there were literally nothing about whatsoever, and then all of a sudden a sheep just jumps in front of me on the clip. And obviously that's a hazard, because you either have to slow down or come to a stop or swerve. You know, it's pretty straightforward now. I mean, it never used to be. It used to be a little bit harder because everything it was like real videos. But now it's all CGI. It's slightly more predictable than what it was previously. But yeah, that's the CBT in both parts, the theory covered. If you have, also make sure you pass both sides of your theory, because if you fail one side of your theory, you will have to rebook and take your theory again. It's not like, for instance, if you pass your multiple choice questions and you fail your hazard perception, you can't just book your hazard perception, you have to book for your whole test again. So keep that in mind, make sure you pass both tests. And also, good luck with your CBT as well if you decide to do it, and good luck with your theory as well once you get that out of the way and done with. So yeah, that's your CBT and your theory covered in this video. So Hungry Rider 2017 is my YouTube channel name, and my Instagram account is Hungry Rider. So be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. So as always guys, ride safe and responsibly. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, and ciao for now guys.